To see you this day. Welcome to week 3. We'll be learning about revision. We are doing revision on articles. We all know we have done articles before since grade 3, and we just want to do a recap just for the sake of revision. Articles are very important in English, as we all know, and so it is important that we do a recap. But before we begin our lesson, I would like us to just remind ourselves about what is going on. Please, I want you to take very good care of yourselves there at home. We all know why we are at home at this time. It was uncalled for, and I just hope and wish that you are taking the precautions that are given out by the government to prevent the spread of this virus. So just before we begin our lesson, sorry, I would like us to go through what we need to do to prevent ourselves from the virus. We avoid close contact with people who are sick or people who look sickly. Avoid touching your eyes and nose. Stay at home. Cover your nose when you sneeze. Use tissue and throw it away in the trash. Clean and disinfect frequently. Touched objects and surfaces use regular household cleaning spray or wipe, or what we call sanitizers. Wash your hands often with soap and water. And so, back to our lesson, revision of articles. And we know that articles are their form of adjectives that are used to make sentences. Now we have definite articles and indefinite articles. I hope you can remember that. We have article a, an, the, and there's another one which is called the zero article, which is also used. We're going to learn how it is used. So now let's do examples for the first one. A is an indefinite article. A student rang the bell. No specific student. That is why we said that it is indefinite, because we do not know which specific student we are talking about. So that is why it is referred to as indefinite. Definite means it is specific. Indefinite means not specific, like we can see here. So then an orange is good for your health. Not specific. We are not sure about which specific orange we are talking about. A is used before a noun that begins with a consonant. Again, since KG grade 1, we know what consonants are. When we were learning sounds and alphabets, we know that A up to Z, we have consonants, and we also have vowels. So a is used before a noun that begins with a consonant. Then an is used before a noun that begins with a vowel sound. Note that it is the first sound of a noun, not the spelling. Some words might begin with sound that is a vowel, but it begins with a consonant. For instance, the word hour. He left an hour ago, like here. An air, an hour. Now, note that we are considering the pronunciation, the sound, not the spelling. So that's why it is an hour and not a hour. Then a hall, an air, an hour. There is a special adjective known as definite. As I told you before, definite means we're talking about a specific object or a noun that we are referring. So there is a specific adjective known as the definite article. It is used to refer to particular things. Example, the tourist was robbed. We are sure of a particular or specific tourist. The team began practicing at 8 o'clock. A particular team All articles are adjectives. Like I told you before, initially when we began the lesson, I told you that all articles are adjectives. This is used with both singular. They is used with both singular and plural nouns, but are and an are used with singular nouns. Please note that. Examples: the tourist, the tourists, the tourist, the tourists, a tourist. The adjective, the adjective, the adjective, the adjectives, and an adjective. So let's try and do an exercise that I hope you will write in your books. We remember, we are whatever we're doing now, we have to, in every lesson that we do, you have to use your book. You should be having your book right there with you, so that you try out this exercise. The first exercise has been done for you, and all you need to do is to take your book and write, and there are answers there for you. So it's supposed to help you to do an assignment that has no answers. That is why I have included some answers here. So you just need to attempt. Before you check the answers, make sure that you attempt and write this work in your book neatly, as it is done in class, the date, and all the rules that we have, the instructions that you should do when you're writing notes. So the titles must be well underlined with the ruler, and you write the date just as we do in class. So you're supposed to choose the correct article from the choices given in brackets in the following sentences. An mountain climber climbed Mount Elgon. He went up a cliff and was stranded on dash jagged rock. No one knew dash route he had taken. The climber's friend called the local police. The police began the search within dash hour. So you can see the answers there. First one is a mountain climber climbed Mount Elgon. He went up a cliff and was stranded on a jagged rock. No one knew the route he had taken. The climber's friend called the local police, and the police began the search within an hour. So please just try out before you checking out the answers. Make sure that you try out. It's always good to try before just checking the answers without making any attempt. So there's an assignment here which I wish that, and I hope that it is going to be done, and it should be done. It's just 5 questions or 6, 5 questions, yes, number 6 up to 10. So you just do just the way we have done before, the class work. Make sure you also write the date, and write it is homework, so you must include the date there, and you make sure that you carefully follow the rules that we have made, and please make sure that you attempt and go back to the notes if you cannot remember how we have done how to do it, and it is just a very simple rule that article are begins with is used at the beginning of nouns, singular nouns that begin with consonants, and article an is used at the beginning of singular nouns that begins with vowels. The article a and an are indefinite, meaning they don't refer to a specific noun. Then the article the is definite, meaning that it is used to refer to a specific thing. And also something very important, very important, that most people forget, is that there is another article which is just not an article. It is called zero article. This is sometimes quite funny. It is zero article. Here you don't use an article. For example, when you're referring to uncountable nouns like water, you don't say water, or the, you have to just exempt the article. You just bring me water, not bring me water. because it is an uncountable noun. We have other nouns that we don't use articles. Countable and countable nouns is just one of the examples, and also proper nouns like Hargeisa, Nairobi. You don't say Nairobi, you say Nairobi without an article. That is zero article, so please be careful about that, and it's going to be well. So thank you so much for having me, and I hope that you take this very carefully, because we will be doing an exam, and all what that we're doing here is going to be included in the exam. So please take everything that we're doing carefully, and in case I have written here, just in case you have any question or you need clarifications about articles or anything about this lesson, be sure to contact the school office or just write the comments down here, and I will respond them to you. Thank you so much again for being in class. I hope you're taking care.